I'm back with another reading. I'm back with another chapter reading from the book Stolen Legacy. I am the Nasty Pastor. I would like for you to go over to my YouTube channel, Only Faith Ministries Kemet Edition, and click that subscribe button. You know what I mean? You know, you can scroll through the playlists. You know what I mean? You will find the extras, a playlist for them. You will find a playlist for the teachings of Peter Hotel. You will find a playlist for On Isis and Osiris, and you'll definitely find a playlist for Stolen Legacy. You know what I mean? Let's go and dive into this, and this is going to be another short, very short reading. And the reason I keep them short, the reason I do them this way, is so that I don't feed you too much at one time. I would love for you to digest what I'm reading, and I would love for you to do some research and get your own opinions, your own thoughts, your own way of looking at it. You feel me? Anywho, we're on chapter 4 of Stolen Legacy, and number 1A, the title is The Egyptians Educated the Greeks. Then it said 1, the effects of the Persian conquest. Then it says 8, immigration restrictions against the Greeks are removed and Egypt is thrown open to Greek research. You feel me? So there was a time that Greeks wasn't to enter Rome. Greeks wasn't to enter Egypt. You know? So let's get this over with. And remember, this is chapter 4, 1A. Owing to the practice of piracy, know what piracy is, right? In which the Ionians and Carians were active, the Egyptians were forced to make immigration laws restricting the immigration of the Greeks and punishing their infringement by capital punishment. The sacrifice of the victim. Before the time of Psammichus, the Greeks were not allowed to go beyond the coast of Lower Egypt, but during his reign and that of Amasis, those conditions were modified. For the first time in Egyptian history, Ionians and Carians were employed as mercenaries in the Egyptian army. Interpretation was organized through a body of interpreters, and the Greeks began to gain useful information concerning the culture of the Egyptians. In addition to these changes, King Amasis removed the restrictions against the Greeks and permitted them to enter Egypt and settle in Naucratis. About this same time, the reign of Amyntas, the Persians, through Cambyses, invaded Egypt, and the whole country was thrown open to the researches of the Greeks. Now, I want to say this, that's the end of that reading. I do want to say this, I was watching a documentary about Cleopatra, and it was speaking of how Cleopatra aligned herself with the Romans. You know what I mean? I think they Romans, Caesar and all them, Caesar and them, Mark Antony and them. She aligned herself with them so they could, protect her while she had the throne. You got what I'm saying? So what we just read is something that backs, why the throne was open for Greeks to come and, just come through the border. It was free, it was open. There was no longer looked at as immigrants that could not be allowed into the country. They was allowed into the country. So I say this to you again, there are kings, there are pharaohs, there are gods that come along and place themselves upon that throne. You got what I'm saying? And how they carry out, how they rule, how they carry out their actions as that king, as that pharaoh, to protect the land, to protect the citizens. You know what I mean? The employees. Protect the wives, protect the babies, protect the horses, the pigs, the chicken. You got what I'm saying? It's a tough job to do, and you have to be that open-minded to understand what your neighbors go through. You feel what I'm saying? What your neighbors go through with the people from your kingdom. What your kingdom do to the people, your neighbors. You know what I mean? Or what your neighbors have done to you. You feel what I'm saying? And everything don't always warrant a war. Don't always warrant a battle. If you can sit down and you can talk about it, it keep people from getting killed. You get what I'm saying? So I say this to you again, you know what I mean? Look, keep thinking. Keep having some patience. And please teach your babies some patience. Please teach it to them. You know what I mean? Because we're growing up, we're evolving, but we're not evolving in a positive light. We have evolved more into a darker light than a positive light. So, keep teaching your babies. Just keep trying. Just keep talking to them. You know what I mean? Because, see, sometimes you don't get it as a teenager, but you get it as an adult. And, I never forgot anything my mom told me. You feel what I'm saying? When it was time for me to need it, when it was time that I needed to use it, it went from the back of my brain to the front of my brain. So just keep talking to your babies, you know what I mean? You feel me? And you need to always make your babies feel comfortable to come talk to you. You feel me? All that yelling, screaming at them, cursing at them, putting them on punishment for a teenage mistake, for an early adult mistake. No, you made them. When are you gonna understand the mistakes you made? When are you gonna understand that, where you were supposed to go right at? Your son, your daughter went left also. You feel me? They made the mistake, cool. Did it cost them a lot? If it didn't cost them a lot, cool. If it did cost them a lot, it's a hell of a learning lesson that they shouldn't go through again. You got what I'm saying? Anywho, once again, I am the Nasty Pastor. Go to my YouTube channel, Only Faith Ministries, Kemet Edition. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out in the light.